Hello there, I'm Bob the Fool, and this is my run of Pokemon Nuzlocke Blue. If you're still here, congratulations, you've made it about as far as I have so far. Okay, so we have a Pokedex. We battled Shusif last episode. It's been a few days. So what I can do now? Okay, so right. See, this is the thing I didn't think about. I'm worried I'm not gonna have anyone to teach Cut or possibly Flash. This this game is empty for now. No leader there. So we're off to catch new Pokemon. Yeah. Route 2. Okay, so I think how it works is going to town map use. So this is Route 2, which is not Route 1. And then there's the forest. And then I think it goes back into Route 2, if I remember correctly. So, while we are here, I get to try to catch a new Pokemon. So, for those of you who are new to Nuzlocke runs, if I get either a Pidgey, a Rattata, or sorry, that's the Rattata, or a Squirtle, which won't happen, I can't keep them. Actually, do I want to try to catch them from this grass, or I want to try to catch them after the forest? I'm going to try to go after the forest, because I think I'm going to have a better chance of getting something that I don't already have. Shouldn't have jumped that. I always feel like I can go closer to these than I can. Because there's that little gap there, so I feel like I can get closer to it. You're a person who's not moving. It's a natural maze. Yes, I almost didn't. Okay. Trainer's tip. Weaken Pokemon before attempted to capture. Healthy, they may escape. Okay. So, there are two things for us to worry about here. One, Pokemon trainers are going to attack us now. So there's that. I don't think I'm going to run into any Pokemon that I already have. And if I am super lucky, there's like a 1% chance I'll run into a Pikachu. Super lucky. Let's see what we get. I'm hoping for not a Metapod. Okay. Caterpie. Awesome. It's level 3. So, go Pokeball. Up and be. Alright. Now I have to spend 2 hours grinding to get that up to level 15. Yeah, let's nickname Caterpie. What do I want to nickname Caterpie? I don't know how to spell that. Also, I don't think that's right. Bugomon. There we go. I am clever. Alright, so I now have a level 3 Caterpie. I'm gonna throw him out front. Go Bugomon. So I don't get to get anything else from the forest now. Ooh. How much money do I have? I didn't think about that. Says my money, I have 1,000. I might be able to get antidotes from the Pokemon down here. I know they don't have potions. So, we'll find out. The hard way! Oh, I would try to level my Pokemon up out here. I'm gonna have to remember to call them by their names. I get really used to calling Zeus and Cookie Zeus and Cookie. Beta's kind of back and forth with me. In my mind. So I'm gonna have to remember Pokemon, because I'm not used to naming Pokemon. It's something I never did before, but I feel like it's something I should do as a Nuzlocke run. I think I'm going to need 5? I shouldn't need any burn heals yet. No. I don't want to talk to you again. Go away. You are das enemies. Rambles. So I'm actually going to talk about the game this time around, which is very interesting because the last couple of times I was talking about Age of Sigmar. But I feel like I have enough to do because I have to get through this forest. I need to get to Brock. I need to beat the ever-living crap out of Brock. Because I have Squirtle, who's level 15, and I've been told by my friends that he's probably super over-leveled, but I don't know. I almost had a Pikachu. Pika-Pee. Ah, Pikachu, back when you were fat. I did not like how much damage he just took. So, go Zeus. Zeus is unaffected by your lightning bolts. Because he's Zeus. Kind of comes with those. I almost had a Pikachu. I'm cool with Caterpie though. I'm happy I got Caterpie and not like a Metapod, because Metapods don't come with tackle if you catch them. You have to evolve them to give them it. I'm not worried about carrying extras, so thank you for the advice. You're gonna battle me? You're gonna battle me. You have a Pokemon, it's battle. Battle your beans. No, we'll throw Cookie out. Because flying. First bug. Oh. Poison, aren't you? Gust is normal? Really? Yes, Bagumon has leveled. Yes, we'll change Pokemon. I'm gonna throw Bagumon back out, cause I want to split the XP between him and other Pokemon. Hopefully I didn't do something stupid and just got Zeus poisoned. No, he just beat this maybe I am super high level for this stuff. Maybe I'm just paranoid. No, Caterpie can't cut it. I don't think Caterpies can use cut. So I need to use use an antidote on Cookie. So that way Cookie doesn't die from me trying to level other Pokemon and getting through this woods. If he dies in the game, he dies. For real. I have to release him. Your Pokedex. Huh. Don't want to do more training battles. Yeah, we'll do more trainer battles. I'll do a couple trainer battles. Jam out of your Pokemon trainer. Tea. So warm and delicious. Okay, let's throw Cookie back out. I still can't believe Gust is a normal attack. That's just weird to me. Oh crap, I didn't kill him in one hit. I'm not poisoned yet, which is good. So, just to let people know, I know last episode I said I was going to go edit stuff. So I think Kakuna's just going to end up using Harden over and over and over again. So this is a great battle to throw Bugumon out and level. Because when you catch a Cocoon, it can't do anything. Yeah. Anyways, I was going to go edit. I was actually hoping to get the first episode out before my third recording. However, my editing programs won't work for me. My main PC won't turn on, just, it won't. It has some type of issue with it. In between just replacing it and getting it fixed, either way I don't have the money to do that right now. So it's mixed feelings on that one. My laptop can't handle the recording, the editing program, so I can't use that. And the computer I'm using to do the other recording, which is not actually my computer, it's a computer I'm borrowing because I'm borrowing the audio equipment. Because I apparently know people who do audio recording pretty heavily. So, you know, they don't care, they're happy it's getting used, basically. But that won't. I downloaded the install.exe, the install executable, because I'm old and I remember DOS, so I know what the exe stands for. However, it won't open on this computer. So I'm thinking about trying to go with a not free program. And then if it doesn't work, I can troubleshoot it better. Because if I'm paying for something, they should be able to help me out with fixing it much sooner and quicker. So, I have problems all around. Yay! Bugumon leveled! Evolve, Bugumon! Will a fool change Pokemon? No! A fool would never change Pokemon. A fool might change Pokemon. Oh, don't die. A fool should have changed Pokemon. Why is Bug super effective on Bug? At least it's a pretty straight shot to get to the Poké Center from here. See, I feel like level 15 is overkill, but I'm not one-shotting everything. So maybe it's not? I don't know. I ran out of Pokemon. I'm a small child. Have my allowance. Okay. I'd like a bike. Going off the heels. I don't know. I'll fill out the editing software when I'm done with this. I want to make sure I at least get one recording out during the week, so that way I can upload stuff. If this is actually going out on YouTube, I'm in the wrong building. Then you probably realize that I'm trying to do things once a week. Mostly because I have other things I need to do. Work and whatnot. Work, school, bananas. Let's see what else we can find. Let's go this way. There's an item over there. There's an item right there. It's a Voltorb! Oh no, it's a Caterpie. Kill him, Bugomon! Kill him dead! Oh, I'm worried about the Safari Zone now. I'm really hoping one of my 4 Pokemon can learn Cut. I don't know, I'll find out the hard way. I'm trying to think of things people would know about the first one, the first couple sets of Pokemon games versus the later ones. I found a Pokeball. So, for example, I know that in later Pokemon games, TMs are reusable. And by that, I mean, unlike in this game, where if you use a TM, it's gone forever, you can only use that TM once. So you don't get to try to... Ooh, antidote. You don't get to try to a second go on a TM. You can't be like, oh, this would be great on these 2 Pokemon. I'm going to use both of them. So it's almost more beneficial for you to wait until you have my brain functioning in order to talk. It's almost better to wait until like the Elite Four, where you can run off and be like, okay, this is my last go. I don't need any more Pokemon or anything like that. No stealing of Pokemon from other trainers. Catch only wild Pokemon. You can't actually steal Pokemon from other trainers, except for that one weird Pokemon game that I think was on the GameCube, that I think no one remembers but me. Slap someone else in the face if you remember that game. I can't actually remember what it was called. I just remember that you didn't catch wild Pokemon. You literally stole Pokemon from trainers, and you were like working for the game's equivalent of Team Rocket. It was super weird because you were like, I'm liberating Pokemon from horrible trainers that are forcing them to battle. I do this by forcing my Pokemon to battle. or something like that. I remember that being a thing, but I don't know. It's been long enough since I played the game. I'm going to hopefully not lose Bugomon. Alright. Yeah! Yeah! Do 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 do. Yeah. I got myself metagaming. You are going to be a Pokemon battle. Oh, bug catcher. You and your Weedles. Your Weedles. Your level 9 Weedles. Crackers. Pokemon's always been a super interesting game to me. Yeah. Entirely not. Probably because, you know, as a kid I favored necromancers in D&D. Yes, I too can. Yes, I know that, you know, bugs are weak to birds because birds eat bugs. Was it a Pokeball, an antidote, and a potion? Cause they're mine now. Okay. I get to be in a new area. I should probably talk to NPCs. Nah. So, I am now no longer in Route 2. Because that little section right there is still Route 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to steal this Pokemon. No, I'm going to heal my Pokemon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to catch some stuff in the grass outside the forest. And I'm going to hope that it's not a Rattata or a Pidgey. If it is, I don't get either. Which sucks. Big time. I'm trying to censor myself. It's going sideways. So, I already have a Caterpie. I do not get to catch this Caterpie. However, I'm probably going to play by Dan Jones's rules. I think it was Dan Jones. From Extra Credits. Where I get 2 attempts. Simply because this version of Pokemon is much more brutal on a Nuzlocke run from what I've been told. I've been told that going through Mount Moon is a death sentence and you have to go through Mount Moon. Because it is so massive. And you only get the 1 Pokemon, so it's only going to probably be a Geodude or a Zubat. I get 1 more attempt at a Pokemon's. Nope, don't get anything from here. Rats. Haha! Pun. I'm gonna grind up Bugomon a bit. So I'm getting bored, so I want to talk now. Grinding takes a while. it's a good time for me to rant about, nothing. Because I can do that. I want to try to explain something, but I'm expecting it to go horrible and to get yelled at for people. So I'm sorry if I explain this badly, or if it doesn't make sense to people who actually know what I'm about to talk about super well. But I'm going to give it a shot, because I think it's interesting and cool. So, calculus. That's right, I'm going to talk about maths. Actually, Pokemon's not a bad game to talk about math in, because you can quickly convert things over and figure out how long it's going to take you to level based off of where you're grinding and stuffs. You can also figure out damage, when to switch out a Pokemon, when not to, percentages, that type of thing. But that's not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is calculus. And I have a very weird point of view and explanation of calculus. And if it sounds odd, I'm sorry. For anyone who actually knows about calculus, but I'm hoping that it at least gets people to reevaluate what they think about it. No! Okay. So this is how I like to I like to try to think of calculus on how I would explain it to people. So in a game like this, you have pixels. And actually you can very clearly see that the Metaton, or the Metapod has larger pixels right now than this Pidgey, and it's supposed to give you a perspective thing. Oh, he's closer. But you can also see that in the later games, the pixels get smaller and smaller and smaller as you go through the game. Or as you go through different variations of the game, and as you play more and more games, to the point where, there's no pixels. This is what I like to call... This is how I like to explain limits to people. So if you extrude the pixels getting smaller in most video games, from super old video games to nowadays, if you extrude that out to an infinite amount of time, like a super long time in the future, pixels won't be a thing, ever. Just, they'll be gone. There'll be no such thing as pixels. Unless, the game purposely has it, because it's trying to get a retro feel. But over time, pixels are going to disappear. So you can say that the pixels go down to 0 as you get further on into the future. The eventual size of a pixel is going to be 0 by 0. It's still technically there, but it's going to be super, super small. So what you're mostly learning in Calc 1 is actually how to do this to a line, to get some super, super, super small set of the line to the point where, you're at 0 pixels of the line. So it looks... I don't know what that was. My ear just buzzed at me. So it looks straight. And that's the point of Calc 1, is to teach you the idea of limits of, you can extrude something out to an extreme like that, and you can do this to a line in order to, in order to find out more about the line, or to redefine the line using derivatives. Calc 2 is a little bit different. So, as you can see from the pictures on the screen, that each image is made out of pixels. So you can technically add up a bunch of pixels in order to create an image. Now, if you keep doing this as you take the pixel size down to the limit of 0, you should get an image that is indistinguishable from a perfect circle or real life. Because you won't be able to see the rough edges of the pixels at all, ever. I wasn't paying attention to my Pokemon's health while I was explaining this, so that's why I stopped to look. You can stop and you can look at it as, this is the sum of pixels, and as they get smaller and smaller and smaller, you get a better sum with more rounded edges, to the point where the pixels are so small they're indistinguishable from nothing, and thus you have an image with perfectly round edges, or seems perfectly realistic, like you're looking at a photo, not a image of something. Because even if you zoom in super far into an image in like MS Paint or Photoshop, it's made out of pixels. It's always going to be made out of pixels. It's pixels all the way down. And this is the basic idea of Calculus 2. Much like where you're taking those tiny line segments, in Calculus 2 what you're ending up doing is you're finding out the height between the 0 axis for y and the line. And since, you're basically making a square, or a rectangle, but since your width is 0, you're only actually having height. So you can actually add all of the heights down through the line in order to find the area underneath a curve, which is super useful for various things. But that's what you're doing. You're just adding up these tiny segments of line. And that's how you get Calc 2. That's all Calc 2 is. It's just addition. All math, really, if you want to boil it down to it, is just addition, but I can rant about that another day. So then you have Calc 3. And Calc 3 is super easy to describe using a video game format, because it's literally just going from a 2D image to a 3D image. You just go, oh, okay, I can take this little dude or my Pikachu and I can just make it 3D. It's three-dimensional now. I can use my Calculus 3 equations and integrals in order to, figure out the surface area of the perfect surface area of, Pikachu's arm, and, define it that way. And then we can put a skeleton underneath, like a 3D modeling skeleton underneath, in order to get it to move properly. But it will never have pixels on it because we're using Calculus 3 in order to find it. And it's just the same as Calculus 2. It's the same as... You do the same thing as Calculus 2 in Calculus 2. You do a little bit of the same thing in Calculus 1. But it's just in more than 2 dimensions. You're no longer working with just X and Y, you're working with X, Y, and Z. Or Z, depending on where you live. And it's interesting to me. Because whenever I actually stop to explain calculus to people this way, they stop and go, oh, I understand what you're trying to do. I don't know the math to it, but I understand what you're trying to do. And I wish my teachers, very specifically, stopped and explained, this is what we're trying to do with calculus. This is the fundamental underlying levels of why we're using this. And they might have done that, and I might have missed it. But I don't think they did. And it took me a while to figure it out. It actually took until one of my friends asked me to tutor them in calculus that I had to stop, and he just stopped and went, I just don't understand what we're trying to do, and I had to stop and actually think about it. And it took me like 5 minutes to be like, oh, you're trying to do this. That's all this is. I don't know. I don't think it's a fault of math teachers. I think that the curriculum has so much that needs to be thrown out there. And that so many people subscribe to the, you need to be doing, you need to do 10,000, Calculus 2 problems to be able to solve any Calculus 2 problem. But you won't be able to recognize something's a Calculus 2 problem unless you know the underlying system of how it works. So there's this disjoint effect there. So, if you're throwing someone into a career, they can be like, yes, no, I know calculus 2 super well. I can do any problem you give to me. And then you turn to someone and go, okay, you're super good at calculus. You're great at it. I need to figure out how much blood is being pumped through this man's veins based off of this data I have. Like, I need to just know how fast the blood is, what's their blood pressure, that type of thing, what should be a safe level. Oh, I don't know that. That's a story problem. So it's, I don't know. I had a really interesting Calc 2 and Calc 3 teacher because he subscribed to the work in a group method. So we all got homework assigned as groups. We did tests individually, but we all got everything assigned in groups, and we all worked together. In fact, in one of the classes, it was literally like the entire class went out to the library after class or met up before class, and we all double-checked each other's works. We all worked together. It was awesome. Because you can actually be like, oh, I don't remember how to do this. Something like, oh, you do this. And it was a neat environment because it was closer to a realistic environment rather than a grinding environment. And all of our problems were story based for the classes. There was no problems that were just there's an equation written down on a piece of paper, solve for X, which was neat. Because it means that you had to actually think about what you were doing. I want to fight Brock, but the game. Yeah. Alright, back to grinding a bit. Woot! Pokemon's level 10! Pokemon is evolving! I didn't even learn Harden. Christ. Ow! My elbow. Okay. Anyways, make myself giggle. Okay, so to the Poké Center, because Pokemon's now level 10, and I'm going to probably make another mistake and run off somewhere that I shouldn't be too quickly. Originally, I was thinking that I wanted to have all my Pokemon at level 20 before fighting Brock, 25 before going into Mount Moon, so on and so forth. So like every major milestone, gain 5 levels. I was told that isn't needed, so I'm gonna throw Beta out front because I know Beta can one-shot probably all of them with water gun, or everything with water gun, so I'm gonna test out the game. Okay. Dun, dun. You have what it takes to become a Pokemon champ. I'm no trainer, but I can tell you how to win. Let me take you to the top. Nope. It's a free service. Let's get happen. No. 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 Okay. Shusif. Clear at the gym, because this will give me an idea of what level Brock's going to be, because he should be slightly higher than this guy. Man, Junior Trader wants a fight. Level 11, okay. Level 15 might be a bit overkill. But eh. Yeah, I'm gonna wreck all these Pokemon's day and kill everything. And then go fight Brock. Yeah, part of me wants to have everyone up to like level 70. Try to have everything at 70 before. Light year isn't time, it measures distance. Why are you bringing that up? Why are you bringing that light years measured distance? Not as hot as Brock. Creepy kid. Brock, this kid has a crush on you. It's creepy. Creepy. I believe in rock hard defense and determination. Also hitting on every woman I ever meet. That's why my Pokemon are all the rock type. Like my penis. That makes things both worse and... What's up with your feet? What's up with your feet? Tiny compared to your head. That's not how proportions work. That's not how proportions work. Alright, there goes the Geodude. Beta leveled. Nah. There goes the Onix. Alright. I feel like we accomplished something in this episode at least. So, awesome. A fool defeated Brock! I took you for granted, as if you were a fool. So we have the Boulder Badge. So we have our first Pokeball badge. I'm not sure if that's actually... The Flash technique can now be used at any time. I don't have the Flash skill. Beta's evolving! Yes! Do 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 do. Yeah! War Turtle! I don't want to take it. No, I don't want it. You can have it. Yeah, see, TMs are only good once, so you should use it once to teach a new technique. Pick the Pokemon carefully. Yeah. Bide! So yeah. We defeated Brock. Got our first badge. So I'm gonna end this episode here. I might go and grind a bit more off screen and try not to rant about math stuffs. What's this? Oh, that's the science. That's a museum. I believe Team Rocket's in there. But we'll deal with that later. I'm gonna go heal off. So yeah. I might do some grinding off screen. I might not. I don't know. I might just record it anyways, and then if I say anything stupid or interesting, we'll put it up on the next episode. But yeah. I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna fill with some stuff. You guys know what to do. Laters.